All right, Shalom. Shalom. First off, give all honor and glory to the Most High Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Habakkuk Kodash, and double honor to the elders and apostles, the great millstone who do the well, peace and salutations, and like-minded brothers who is teaching in the same manner. All right, the correct doctrine. All right, Shalom to the Aquaf, the Bayash Shad Dawadah, which is the house of David. I am the brother Azan Ha Ahmath, back at you with another lesson, another week to preach the gospel, the good news of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai in these last days, to bring comfort to the elect, all right, by hearing the words of the Heavenly Father. These aren't our words. We are simply the messengers and earthen vessels of the Heavenly Father, here to bring you good tidings and the good news of the Heavenly Father from the third heaven, the Shema Shemayim, right? And we are here in these last days, here to prophesy. This is what it's all about. Things are turning up. We go about this every week. The fire storm is about to fall. And it's about to begin. The beginning of the end of Babylon has begun. All right, the BRICS nations and NATO and EU, all these nations are getting ready to gather up for the prophecy of Ezekiel 38 to play out. And the brothers, man, we've been conversating, talking, reading. Hey, things is happening, man. All right, you got this man Trump trying to come up with the Iron Dome, and his own Iron Dome is called the Golden Dome, and that's nothing but Starlink. If you put it together, it's a dome that's not going to allow you to get out, right? So all these things are happening and opening up, and the Lord is showing us these visions like He showed and giving us the understanding. All right, it's like the prophets before us had the visions. All right, but now we are back as a prophet will come in His stance to give you the interpretation. All right, and it's proceeding and going down to. Matter of fact, let's get This is going down. Hey, war is in the air, man. Right? We can get the book of Joel. Okay, just start with that. Okay, go through these precepts. If the Lord give me if I can remember these scriptures, and hey, brothers, you got any scriptures as far as World War III? All right, bring them out, and for the whoever comes on later on that can't watch this live, that they may learn. Right now, let's start off with This is Joel 3:2. It reads, "I will also gather all nations. I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel." So the Lord's heritage is Israel, which is established all throughout this Bible. The saints are Israel, not the Israelis, but the Israelites, whom Paul was saying, who are these Israelites who pertain to the adoption, the covenants, the glory, the giving of the law, not no Israelis out there fighting with these Palestinians, right? And the state of Palestine was established before Israel, right? Okay? And those Palestinians was there before, but, by 1948, starting in 1912, the Balfour Declaration came about. Okay, so, those that know and understand about that know of how the heathen had came into our land. That's the land that we were taken from in the west coast of Africa, man. Okay, and it says, my people for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land. There it is, you've been scattered. All right, the Israeli hasn't been scattered. We've been scattered, even to the point all across the world. And we've been enslaved. We've been in ownership. We've been beaten into different names. All right, Toby was an example. Even though that was portrayed as a Hamite, that was an Israelite. But now war is in the forefront. Now the Lord's gonna make it clear in the understanding of what the prophecy of Ezekiel and with the Joel and these prophets that saw before. See, now we didn't understand these things when we was in the church house, when we was in the harlot house. And now we're in the spirit and the tabernacle of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, knowing his name, knowing his laws, and knowing what's coming next. And that's this World War III, all right, where these ICBMs are going to penetrate any dome that America is about to think it's about to bring forth, right? And it says, let me go down to verse 11, all right, because it says, assemble yourselves. This is Joel 3:11. It says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about, thither cause my mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Right, the mighty ones, okay? And that's going to be a form of missiles, okay? The Lord's Spirit is going to be in them weapons of mass destruction that America didn't find when they went and invaded Saudi Arabia, right? All right, where was the weapons of mass destruction? You didn't have any. That was all about money, oil, and power. And they wanted absolute power. You see, right? But the Lord is going to bring bring the destruction to the hammer of the earth. And this is what the Lord gave us to understand. The kings of the earth are going to be gathered together for a great showdown. And the end of the world is going to be this World War III, right? Because the scriptures say, what's that? The second address, the 7th chapter, the day of doom. Okay, because Trump said he called us what? Doomsday prophets, right? Well, let's get that. Okay, it's the second address. Hold on. Okay, that the day of doom is coming. And see, this is what we're prophesying about. This is what we're looking forward to. All right, we're not looking forward to anything else but the prophecies being played out, looking for Yahweh Shai to come, looking for that mark to come, looking for the hour of temptation to come, looking for the wicked to come down, looking for Babylon the Great to fall. This is what we're looking for as the prophets. When we was looking in the world before, we was looking for skirts. We was looking for a blunt to roll. We was looking for other things, and now the Spirit has come upon us, like the Lord said in Isaiah, the 61st chapter, to preach the good tidings, right? This is 2nd Ezra 7:43, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, in the beginning of immortality for to come, where corruption is past. See, corruption is going to be past, and we're going to be immortal. But the day of doom has to come first. And the day of doom is going to be by warfare, man. All right, war games, okay? All right, destruction. So then they talking safety and peace and safety right now, giving you the people, you're going to be okay. Mr. Trump is in the White House. All right, everything is going to be under his rule. Matter of fact, he's going to come back for another 4 years. No, the kings of the earth, no one, everyone is scrapping right now, okay, to get that ultimate power, man. Okay, to rule by the sword. You see, but the Lord said, "You shall die." Right? The proxy wars that are out here right now, it's going to lead out to all-out warfare. Right? That's what it's going to lead to. Misery. The doom is set, and the blood is going to be shed. That's the destiny of this place. That's it's been destined to destroy when we go into the prophecies, when we go into Revelations, Esdras, Joel, Jeremiah 50, these chapters, man. Okay? Nahum, the bloody city. We might bring that out if the Lord gives us to us. Okay? Right? Joel 3:12, it says, okay? Hold on. Let me get out of this. Second Esdras. Joel 3:12. Yep, there we go. Joel 3:12. It says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, for there I will sit and judge all the heathen round about. Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord Yahweh is near in the valley of decision. See, this is what we're talking about, these all these pundits right now. Because the shameful spewing has come upon Babylon the Great. And now you have others besides us, even the Edomites, even other nations, right? That shameful spewing that the scriptures talk about is coming upon them, right? Okay? It says, for the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision. Yeah, this is where all these nations are going to be gathered for war, man. Okay? All right? The assembly of the nations for a final conflict. And it's going to be a confrontation with the Messiah, who you call, ignorantly call Jesus the Christ. No, you're going to meet a so-called black man, the Messiah, Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, right? And it's going to be an army with him, okay? These are the people, you got average heathens right now doing the breakdown of Ezekiel 38, which we may get into. We might have to get into that since we're speaking about war, okay? The heathen are banded together and they're going to try to fight against him, okay? Right, remember Ronald Reagan, all right, with his speech about if they had a common enemy, we all gonna stop fighting each other and we're gonna try to attack that common enemy? Well, that's all scriptural and that's coming. But we approaching these days where it's not gonna be protection. You're not gonna be, it ain't gonna be peace and safety. No, it's gonna be all out hell out here. Okay? Right? Revelations, the 7th chapter said, that he made war with the Lamb. And he also gonna make war with the saints. Right? Real quick, let's get let's see, what's that? Woo-wee. What's that? 7th. Let's get Revelation. They made war with the Lamb. Okay? I believe 17th chapter. Bear with me, Salakia. I believe it's the 17th chapter. Uh, 14. Yep, here we go. God, this is Revelation 17 and 14. It says, these shall make war with the Lamb, and the Lamb shall overcome them. That's the point. Yahweh Shai is going to overcome them. When they make war with the Lamb, Yahweh Shai, it's prophesied the end that he's going to overcome them. So when these wars kick off, and when he shows up to intervene, it's going to be a divine intervention. You see? Right? See, because we're going to get caught up in the air with him. The elect aren't going to taste any missile warheads. Okay? We're going to get saved by the twinkling of an eye, by the skin of our teeth. Those who will be the elect, and we hope to be those men and women. You see? All right, but the rest of everybody else, the non-believers, is going to die by pain. Flesh is going to burn, man. Okay? And it's coming by what we're talking about. It's coming by this fire that no man can put out. This is what the Bible is talking about. Okay? It says, for he is the Lord of lords, the King of kings, and that they are with him that are called and chosen or faithful. Now, who is called? Few. But few are called. Few are called, Slakia, and but many are few are chosen, but many are called. Messed that up. I was thinking many are created, but few are saved. All right, but hey, only a few are going to be saved up out of here. Okay, and the chosen are the elect out of the 12 tribes of Israel, the elect of Israel. Right, the 144,000 judges and the large multitude the Lord's going to have mercy on. Right, men, women, and children. Okay, those who are the chosen and faithful. We're being faithful to the Lamb even today. In this flesh right now when we're in sin. We're still being faithful to him now. Right? Preparing ourselves for this great battle. Preparing ourselves for war. Okay? Right? And how do you do that? You staying faithful to the Lamb. Whithersoever he goes. Following his word. With whatever it says. Not leaning to your own imaginations. Sticking to the script, if you will, right? Okay, it says the kings of the earth. Now let's get that Ezekiel 38. Okay, but in fact, before we get that, to the brother posted. Yep, Shalom, brothers. Shalom, Yahweh Bashim Hamshai Barakatham. Awaken to the truth. Matthew 24 and 6. Yep, that's a good one. It says, you should hear of wars, rumors of wars. See that, rumors of wars, see that you're not troubled. All right? For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, the end is not yet. We're going to hear of wars, rumors of wars, right? Calamity. You're going to hear of destruction, battles. These things are going to be talking points. But the end is not yet until that actual fire is sent, until that actual war is sent. All right, until it begins. Okay? I said I wanted to get that Ezekiel 38 to tie it in to the prince of Meshach and Tubal, right? Hold on for a second. Let's get Ezekiel 38, right? Hey, this is what's going down, man. All right, we getting close to Armageddon. Okay, it's Ezekiel 38. I'll start with verse 2. It says, "Son of man," it reads, "Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, and the prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him." And that's what we're doing. And that's what the prophets that before us did. All right, they were ordered and commanded to turn their face against Babylon and prophesy against it. The scriptures say many prophets prophesied against many kingdoms. Okay, all right, and Babylon, America, is a kingdom, and we're back in our stance. A prophet is subject to a prophet. All right, to prophesy against this place, which is why it's crumbling, and why it's nearly close to falling. Okay, and it says, and say, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I'm against thee, O God, and Prince Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine armies, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with sorts of armor." What's this talking about? I mean, an average man can see this is talking about war. This is talking about being prepared for a battle. It literally says the army and horses and horsemen are clothed with armor, even with a great company and bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Now, is this going to be an actual sword, a medieval sword in the hand of men? No, this is the technology that's increased. Okay, this is what the prophet saw. It says technology shall increase, wisdom. It says wisdom shall increase, knowledge shall increase, and it's by way of this technology. All right, we're in a technocracy era. Okay, they say it's a golden era. All right, a revived era. Ain't nothing but a new Renaissance era brought about again. Esau continuing to reinvent himself, just like he did when he was Cain. All right, Esau. All right, the tabernacles of Edom. All right, you change your name. You've been a vagabond. You try to run away from who you are. Now you're calling yourself a white man. You're calling yourself this and that. You're still that same old devil. That same old devil. Okay, right? From the pit, man. All right, and we understand exactly what your job is, and our job is to call you out. Our job is to do the will of the Heavenly Father, just like your job is to do the bidding of Satan. All right, but it says, I will turn thee back and put hooks in thy jaws. See, that's talking about this warfare. See, he's going to put that USSR spirit back on Russia. All right, when Mikhail Gorbachev was in power, y'all remember that? When they used to march and they was heavy. All right, they was showing the military. You know, there was a heavy influence. Well, the Lord's bringing that back. That Cold War spirit is coming back. All right, even though they lost in the Cold War, well, this time the Lord is going to guide those missiles, and it's going to hit this place. Okay, and all the other nations are going to be banding together with Russia. You see, right? This was the African nations right now, the Hamite nations. They getting with Russia. All right, they see. This is Israel. You may have a couple of allies, but everyone's turning on them. And this is prophetic. This is what Ezekiel 38 is going into. Okay, the coalition of nations to rise up against Israel. It says they're going to band together, right? So once this baby is in labor, Okay, it's going to be born, man. All right, the contractions have begun. And these things are about to happen. It's about to start. Hey, once it start, ain't no turning back. Ain't no turning back. All right, and this is what we don't want to. We're not turning back. We're gonna keep bringing out what's this all about, and then what's all about is this invasion that's about to take place. You see, invasion of Israel. It says the least of the flock is gonna draw them out, and that's gonna force Babylon's hand. All right, that's gonna force their hand to retaliate. In fact, let's go down to the 7th verse. All right. Okay. These things are going to happen, man. Okay, it says Ezekiel 30:7, be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Thou shalt ascend and come like a storm. Thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land. Thou, okay, which is you and all thy bands and many people with thee. All right, so this is known as that Armageddon. Okay, and Yahweh Shai is going to plead with them, meaning he's going to deal with them. Okay, he's going to deal with them. All right, he's going to deal with the heathen. Okay, with a divine power, which means when you go into that word plead, it means basically judgment. All right, and the judgment is going to be in the valley of Jehoshaphat. All right, okay, the valley of Jehoshaphat. So we got next, man. All right, okay, hey, the valley of Mashapatfum, man. That's what we're going into. Okay, great judgment when they all gather together for this war, this conflict. And this is what no iron dome, no golden dome, no nothing is going to stop this. Nothing is going to stop what's prophesied to happen. So this is why the dollar is crashing, why the BRICS nations is gathering, why the EU and NATO, okay, are disbanding and banding. Okay, these Hamite nations are joining together with Putin, man. You see, right? And America's gonna be left out there. You're gonna be left out there. See, right now you're looked at as the power structure, okay? But people are leaving away from your dollar. The dollar is not powerful as it used to be. The witchcraft isn't working anymore. All right, Elon is leaving. He's gone. All right, and so the Lord is lifting up the skirt of America, of Babylon the Great. The Tower of Babel is about to collapse. So we got next, man, the arrangement of the government of Yasharallah, the harmonious arrangement, man. You see? And this has already been played out in the heavens. Okay, when you watch that movie, Final Destination. Okay? All right, them little children, them kids, they had a vision before. You see, they had a mental telepathy, right? Yeah, it was telepathy. Okay, they saw it before it happened, and then it played out. Well, this destruction of Babylon the Great has already been played out in the heavens, man. And now it's going to come to pass. Now it's going to really happen. The Lord's going to send the pestilence to this place. Okay? All right? The prophets saw these visions. But we're here now giving you the interpretation of these visions. All right, as what Andre 3000 said, this is the interpretation of the situation, okay, right? And it's about to go down out here, okay? It's going to be all hell is about to break loose, and no one really knows what's going on. No one has any answers on what's really happening, but the scriptures, okay? No one has any tangible answers because the answers are intangible. They're spiritual. It's going to be a spiritual awakening to Babylon the Great. These things are about to come to pass. And it's a pattern of prophecy that the Lord has laid out. And we're following the script, reading it from page to page, from prophet to prophet. And things are about to happen, man. That destroying wind. Let's get that in Jeremiah 51. That destroying wind is about to take place. You see? And see, this is what y'all banding up for. This is what these talks of warfare are about. Pakistan, China, Taiwan, America, Russia. These small little countries. All right, they're getting their weaponry prepared for this battle. Who's going to be the strongest and who's going to draw who out? Well, Israel's going to draw them out. And they're all going to attack. You see? Let's get the prophecy says it's going to be against Babylon. Okay? Jeremiah 51:1. Thus saith the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me a destroying wind, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land. For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. They're going to empty the land of America. Missiles. The sky is going to blacken out. So when Ezra saw, when we read in at 2nd Ezra 13, the warfare, the archers, the arrow that's going to be sent, that can't be sent back. All right, this is what he is talking about. Fanners are the missiles sent from one side of the earth to another. Okay, this is the war in heaven that you Christians can't understand, that y'all try to break down, but you have no understanding. Why? Because the spirit is not in no haunted house. The Lord is not in a house built with hands. All them Christians, that's you all are through. This is why you come to our channels. You learn from us. Men who used to sit in your pews passing the plate around. Now the Lord has taken that spirit off of us and gave us a spirit of understanding. Okay? Now you come into our channels learning from us. And you're still passing the collection plate around. And you're losing. Okay? You're stumbling with the scriptures. Okay? The scriptures say the land is going to be emptied. How is that going to happen? It's going to happen by that fanner. All right? What the Lord is about to send. All right? A fireball full of technology sent, programmed to hit its destination like a fig that falleth from a tree. Okay? It says the land's going to be emptied. All right? In America, Babylon the Great is a land of confusion. It's the place of confusion. Babylon called this place, the Lord called this place Babylon. Why? Because it's just like the spirit of its mother. All right? It's a Tower of Babel built up to try to fight Yahweh himself, the Most High. Okay? And Trump is trying to do the same thing now with this golden dome. That's nothing but a Tower of Babel trying to be reestablished again. Okay? But the Lord is about to confront this place. Okay? And a sword is about to come to render the recompense. And the Lord said, what? You're going to drink down double, man. So we're expecting a great battle. But it said they're going to lose. They're not going to win. You know, the Lord said, flee. Let's get the next verse. Right? Jeremiah 51:6. It says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity. Okay? For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. You hear that? It's the Lord's vengeance. He will render up unto her a recompense. Yeah, it's gonna be his vengeance. All right? A day to the Lord is 1,000 years. Okay? And yeah, if you've taken the apple of his eye, all right, and you've enslaved his children of Israel, all right, you've committed mass murders, all right. This place Babylon has hoarded and has pushed witchcraft and selleth families through witchcraft and whoredoms, right? This is what it's all about. So it has to be judged, just like your American judicial system. A criminal commits a crime, you bring him in handcuffs, you bring him into an orange jumpsuit, and he sits in front of your judges, in front of your Edomite prosecutors, and your Edomite public defenders, who all sit and work for each other. Same thing in your executive, in your judicial, and your legislative offices. You see, all of them are sitting in the councils of the wicked, working and banding together. Well, the Lord has looked down at this Tower of Babel, and he's about to, and it sees its confusion, and he's ready to break this up. He's ready to break it up. And he's going to break it up with these missiles that's about to be sent. So that's when it says fetters are sent into Babylon the Great. All right, this is what it's talking about. The vengeance of the Lord is going to be in these missiles, man. Okay? All right, he's saying flee, meaning don't get charged for her sins. Right? Don't be charged with her sins. Right? Well, love not the world, right? If you love the world, the love of the Most High is not in you. So flee out of Babylon. Flee out of the midst of this place. All right? Free your mind and the rest will follow. All right? The rest of your body will follow. But it starts with your mind. All right? Which is your heart. All right? Okay? Be not cut off with her iniquities, it says. All right? All right? The Lord said they were going to build, but he's going to throw down. We're talking about the Tower of Babel. They built that before in Genesis. What's that, 6th or 11th chapter? And then and the Lord destroyed it. There's nothing new up under the sun. Now it's going to be a technological, okay, Tower of Babel, man. And the Lord's going to destroy that just as well. It's going to come by this warfare. Okay? All right, he's going to threaten it. Okay? Because simply the earth is a golden cup in the Lord's hand. The earth is the Lord's footstool. This is his place to do what he wants to do with it. He sets up kings and sets them down. Okay? Let's get Jeremiah 51 and stay in that. All right, it says Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. We just said this. So Babylon is a golden cup in the Lord's hand. He's controlling every and anything. All right, just like Exodus 15:3, the Lord is a man of war. He's the one causing all of this. So he gets the credit. He gets the glory. And he's going to be praised. All right, while everyone else is running, crying, and cursing out the Most High for ending their zenith, right? Hey, we're going to be praising the Heavenly Father that finally judgment has come. Finally, the prophet said the whore has been judged. All right, but the nations are going to be wailing and crying because you can't do business here no more. Babylon's going to fall in 1 hour. It only takes 30 minutes to an hour for one of them ICBMs to come from one part of the earth to the other. That's already been proven. The scripture saying Revelation, it's going to fall in 1 hour. Everything is clicking. Everything is on point. Everything is pointing exactly to this prophetic event, man. Jeremiah 51:7, Babylon has been in golden cup, the cup in the Lord's hand, that have made all the earth drunken, and the nations that drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her, if she so be healed, if she may be healed. Right. Okay? And back to what it says, therefore the nations are mad. Why? Because they drunk. You believed, okay, all right, that you can lay in bed with this whore, do business with this whore, all right, this harlot, all right, and that she wasn't going to cheat, that she was going to be truthful to you, okay? No, now they're turning on, now the EU, these nations, they're turning, right? Because everybody wants the power. Everybody wants that power. All right, and they see that America doesn't have the power no more. All right, now they flexing their muscles. Now they're getting uranium and building. Now their capabilities of building these weapons of mass destruction are there. Now they have it. And it all started with you. With you, you prideful Americans. It all started with you with your Manhattan Project. It all started with you when it split the atom, man. It all started with you Teamanites. But now the chickens have come home to roost. Now they got the technology to destroy this place. So there will be no healing. There ain't no bomb for this place to be healed. There's nothing that can stop what's coming. You can't stop this train that's coming. You can't stop the rainfall and this storm that's about to fall in this place. And when this rain falls, these ain't gonna be raindrops. They're gonna be ICBM missiles hitting this place, man. And it's gonna shake, rattle, and roll like Isaiah 24 says. All right, it says it's gonna split. It's gonna reel to and fro. We got next. The average American, your pride has deceived you. You thought you was going kick back forever. You thought you was going to build and continue to build your skyscrapers, continue to build and progress in wickedness, while the people struggle, while the poor stay poor and the rich get rich and wealthy, and you build your underground tunnels, do all the wickedness that you do, the witchcraft and shit while we suffer. No, we're suffering for righteousness' sake. We're suffering for a reward at the end of this thing, man. Pride falls before destruction. The Lord told us in Isaiah 58, cry aloud and spare not, man. The average American, your pride has deceived you. All right, you've dropped bombs on Nagasaki, Japan. All right, you've captured, went into Baghdad with your operations and shit. Right, yeah, Gulf Wars and Operation Desert Storms and shit. Right, went and got Saddam Hussein and fucking hung him up on national TV. The pride of you devils, but you think ain't nothing gonna come to this place. Right? All the civil wars. Look how many years America's been in war versus how many years of peace America has established. Come on, man. All right? Okay? And the prophecy is in Isaiah 47, where it says you've never been defeated. America, Babylon the Great has never been. That's why you're so pompous. That's why this is that loud mouth that came up out of the sea that was more pompous than his fellows. He had a loud mouth that spoke against the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. That horn, like there was no other horn. All right, power structure that erected itself as the king of kings. But Yahweh Shai is the king of kings, not Babylon the Great. Babylon is destined to fall. Pestilence is going to hit this place. Fire is coming, man. Okay? Well, like I said, what's that? Isaiah 47 says it speaks about the version of Babylon soon to get this cherry popped. Okay? All right? Nuclear warhead is about to hit this place. All right? We're sick of being here. We're sick of it. We want it to fall. This is Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. All right, so it's a virgin daughter of Babylon, not the ancient, all right, Babylon, where Nebuchadnezzar, all right, and the Chaldeans was ruling. All right, this is the daughter of Babylon coming with the same ideals, the same philosophies, the wine, the witchcraft. Just look at all the monuments that it's erected. This is the nation that's been destined to be destroyed. And it says, "O daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans." There it is. The daughter of the Chaldeans, the ancient Babylon. So it's walking in the same ways of ancient Babylon. It's producing the same philosophies and witchcraft, and these warlocks are producing the same wine that has this world drunk of ancient Babylon and Greece and Rome. This is the modern day Assyrian who's running the world, man. All right, Job 9:24 says the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. So this is the hand that's rocking the cradle right now. Well, the Lord's going to send these 200 million missiles to rock this cradle. How about that? How about that? Okay? And it says, for thou shalt be no more called tender and delicate. Thy nakedness, in verse 3, shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance. I will not meet thee as a man. All right? And that's why Trump has his golden dome. That's why Ronald Reagan had his speech. All right? Because they know the scriptures. These are witches, man. They know these scriptures. All right? Okay? They understand what's going on. They understand that the Lamb is coming. All right? Okay? So their nakedness is about to be uncovered. And shame. Okay? The Lord is lifting up the skirts of the wicked. Now this shameless nation is catching a glimpse, okay, of what it's about to get. The shameful spewings. The fire is catching a glimpse. The hell. Yeah, this nigga Trump can't make peaceful alliances, Slovakia, with every country. This place doesn't love its people. Look at this, man. Just hold on. This is your American veteran right here. Okay? This nigga sleeping with a flag, or an American flag on him. He got a flag on him as a blanket, but he out here laying in the streets. This is how you care about your veterans, man. He got another one across the street with a bag full of plastic and cans, waiting for the place to open so he can recycle. That's how you do your people in America that served for you. This is a shithole. It has to fall. All right? And we're here to call out the corruption and do the work of the Heavenly Father. You know, the Americans are calling out the corruption that you've committed for centuries. The average, they're going in on you. And people are worried. Okay? All right? But you're the same. Just like there's an American right now, just like America, there are Americans. And in Rome, there are Romans right now. Roman. Yahweh Shai is coming to clean house. And he's coming to let's get right? Let's get this right here, man. Jeremiah 28:2. Okay, this is beautiful. It says, thus speaketh the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, saying, I have broken the yoke of the king of Babylon. All right? The king of Babylon. He's broken the yoke. When you go into Isaiah 14, all right, who was the king of Babylon? It tells you he is that's right. That's right now. That's Trump. Okay, right? These prophecies all lining up. So Isaiah 14 goes with this. Okay, right? And this is talking about Nebuchadnezzar, but we talking about now, because the scriptures repeat themselves in different empires. And now it's here in Babylon the Great, America. All right, verse Jeremiah 28 and 4. It says, I will break the yoke of the king of Babylon. All right. Hold on. Verse 8. The prophesies have been before me, and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries, against kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence. This is where it's at. The war, the evil, the pestilence that Matthew was speaking about in Matthew 24. Okay? We're here. This is it. Every kingdom had a prophet. The prophets was out prophesying before that kingdom fell, before that empire fell. In the time of the Seleucid Empire, the Hasmonean dynasty, Judas and Simon Maccabees wasn't just fighting, they was praying, they was prophesying. You see that? They was supping to the Lord. But now we're in a spiritual battle. We're in a spiritual warfare. See? Right? So now he's coming back, and he ain't gonna meet you as a man. When you Romans killed him, you put that spear in his side. When he was thirsty up on there hanging for hours, you motherfuckers gave him vinegar on a towel when he was thirsty. You laughed and you mocked at him after you pinned him on the cross. The veil was split. It was rent. Earthquakes hit. And then your own Romans said, this must be the Son of God. So this is what you devils are saying right now. All right? We have to do what we got to do to stop the Lamb from coming back and putting us to death. We got to do what we got to do to stop this power structure. This monument, this mountain. All right, Yasha, this man of power that's about to come back. What we got to do to stop him? You can't do nothing to stop him. And he ain't gonna. We just read he ain't gonna meet you as a man, right? He gonna meet you as a Superman, right? And the name Superman is Kal-El, right? Kal-El, right? That's Hebrew, all power. So now you're gonna meet a man, half amazing. Okay? All right? All power. And his power is coming to destroy all powers and take all the crowns from the kings of the earth. He's on our side, man. All right? He's on our side. Yahweh Shai is coming to turn on the lights at the party all the night. When the lights come turn on at the nightclub, all right, everybody going home. Let's get as a matter of fact, where we at? In Isaiah 47? Hold up. There's a scripture in this chapter. Hold on. Yep, right here. All right, Isaiah. Get out of Jeremiah. Isaiah 47. It's Isaiah 47 and 5. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt be no more called the Lady of Kingdoms. Now, he told you earlier that you won't be called tender and delicate. Now he's saying in the book of Isaiah 47 that you're not going to be the Lady of Kingdoms. And you got a Statue of Liberty standing up right now, erected in the waters of in the New York waters, right? And I've been inside of that thing. I walked through it. All right, the Statue of so-called Liberty. Okay, I took a little tour and went inside it because I wanted to see it before it was destroyed. All right, and the French, they want it back. You see, so no one's the French want to take it back right now. So no one's in tune with America, man. No one's in they want to see this place go too. Everyone wants to see this place go. Okay? They want to see it go just like we're bringing out. Okay? Just like we're bringing out. Hold on 1 second. I know y'all got some scriptures on here. Yep. Yep. This is the brother. Yeah, Bloody City. All right, Spiritual Arc 144K. The United States have been involved in military conflicts for approximately 222 out of 239 years since its founding in 1776, meaning it's been in war for about 93% of the time that it's been in power. Now, ain't that something? Ain't that something? Ain't so that lines up with what we're bringing out. Okay? Hey, you've ruled by the sword. All right? The Lord said that there's blessing is a sword. So now this American power structure, all right, it can't stand anymore. Because as a sword you live, the sword you shall fall. Right? GMS, strive for the masteries. Thessalonians 1:7. And to you who are troubled, rest with us when the Lord Yahweh Shai will reveal from heaven and his mighty angels. That's what's coming. All right? The Lord, and the revealing starts right here. The revealing starts going into these prophecies and these scriptures, seeing, reading exactly what's going to happen before it's going to happen. You see that? All right? The land of confusion is about to fall, man. Let's get this. You know, we're just going through the script, we're just going through precepts, going through the spirit. All right. This is the book of Isaiah 47:7. And thou didst, okay, and thou didst sayest, I shall be a lady forever. So thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither thou didst remember thy latter end. Oh. Okay. All right, hold on. All right, it says neither didst remember thy latter end. All right, see now, the water Yahweh Shai. This is the Lord, man. This is amazing. America didn't remember its latter. So from its youth, you have done nothing but wickedness. America. The brother just posted since 1776. All right, let's build on that right there. All right, the Lord ain't Jodeci. Okay, he ain't Jodeci. You ain't. This is not forever, my lady. Okay, you ain't gonna be a lady forever. Okay, all right. This place is the mother of all harlots. Right now, this whore sits on many waters. All right, through the spirit, Babylon the Great has done nothing but mischief. Okay, since its youth, you didn't remember your latter end. It said. Okay, hold on. Okay, right. Let's get this. Okay, Amalek. They never forgot about their latter end. This is Numbers 24:20. All right, it says, and when he looked on Amalek, he took up his parable and said, Amalek was the first of the nations, but his latter end shall he perish forever. So his latter end, he shall perish forever. But he was the first of the nations. And we just read America is going to perish the same way, man. Okay? Neither does to remember the latter end. All right? So that big nose, wall kissing, wall bowing, okay, small hat, big nose, small hat, okay, right? Who every president goes to that wall and they bow to it, they kiss it, okay? Just like all you Muslims who walk around the goddamn dome, that circle, and you kiss the walls as well. Your little golden dome, and you Muslims. All right, you all. The Lord said at the end times, you will call on your gods, and you would seek your diviners. You would seek your soothsayers, and you would go to your enchantments, and see if they was going to save you. All right, well the Lord said you're going to perish forever, taken out of this power seat. supplanted, if you will, by the supplanter. Okay? Hey, Yahweh Shai is coming to destroy. The devil's come to steal, kill, and destroy. Well, the destroyer is coming. You niggas built in Isaiah 24. All right, the waster that's destroyed. Well, the Lord's going to destroy all of that. And He's going to use you with your own warfare to destroy this place. All right? Okay? This is the testimony of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. America has been prepared for defeat, man. Said you're going to perish. Don't Job, the 20th chapter, say you're going to perish like your own dung? You're going to fly away like a dream. It's forgotten about. All right, don't the book of Revelation said the sins of Babylon the Great, your iniquities have reached the heavens? So it's judgment time. All right, the hammer of the whole earth, it's time for you to get it. It's time. It's time. Okay? All right? It's time. Jeremiah 50:24, I've laid. What do you brother start at 23? How was it the hammer? Right on time. Right on time. Look at that. This got to be the spirit. I'm calling him, brother. I didn't even see this. This is spirit, man. Where else should you be? But this is the best. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. It's the best thing going right now. All right. The spirit is whoo. This is Jeremiah 50:23. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations? A desolation among the nations. And have laid a snare for thee. And thou art also taken, O Babylon. And thou wast not aware, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast been striven against the Lord. It says thou art found and also caught, right? Didn't Daniel give the interpretation, okay, on the writing of the wall of mini tini tekel, okay, right? Where he gave the interpretation when the hand came out, and that interpretation is that your kingdom is at wanting. Same, America is at wanting. America there's a wanted poster out for America. There's a bolo out. Be on the lookout for Babylon the Great. Okay, it's about to be brought low. Okay, and Esau Amalek has to perish. Yes, he has to perish. I remember me and the beloved elder, all right, Manat Zakba, we was talking one time. All right, if you're watching, Elder, Shalom. All right, we was talking one time. We was talking about the 2/3, and he said we was laughing. He said, man, at least the 2/3, at least they have a purpose. No, I was talking about roaches, comparing roaches to 2/3, and he said at least roaches have a purpose. 2/3 ain't got a purpose. They just but that's. And he's right. And that's just like Esau Edom. Just like Amalek. He has to perish forever because he doesn't have a purpose. His purpose is to destroy. That's it. Destroy. All right? That's it. How many black mothers have out here in America have been exploited? Right? You take our women who don't have much, and you turn them into ghetto gaggers, right? You offer them $4 in noodles, you put them on camera, and you have 50 Edomites run through her. This is what you're doing, right? Right? You put up exploit you exploit them by putting Planned Parenthoods in every impoverished community. Why? Because you know they can't take care of them babies. And her job, just like the Pharaoh, he was afraid that we was going to multiply because we was going to take over. In America, you've done the same thing. You've killed millions and millions of babies, having these women abort them and giving them a cookie. Right? You're guilty. You're guilty. America is guilty. All right, and just like you had the black woman, lose her children. Hey, the scripture say you're going to be a widow in one day. You're going to have a loss of children in one day, in 1 hour. This is what the scriptures go into. And this is what it's all about. All right, what goes around comes around. We in Isaiah 47, so let's get it. Right? It says, Isaiah 47:9. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, one day, the loss of children and widowhood, and they shall come upon thee in their perfection for the multitude of thy sorceries and the great abundance of thy enchantments. Right, in one day, in 1 hour, it's going to come upon thee for what? All right, for your great abundance of thine enchantments, the multitude of your sorceries. Okay? So what goes around comes around. We've lost, you've killed, murdered, plundered, all right? Israelites since the inception of America. Before then, we couldn't even make it over here yet. You was throwing us off the boat. And then we get over here, you enslave us again. Right? Now we're corporate slaves. We're still behind enemy lines. We're still in bondage. We're still behind bars, if you will. This is a big prison house. In when they have the United Nations, we always talk about, where's our seat at? We don't have a seat. We don't have a voice, right? Our voice is the voice of the prophets of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. We all learn from each other. We all hear and read, and we have the same understanding. Sometimes I know I can read something, so I can see a video, right? I can see a video of something that happened, right? And I don't know exactly what prophet is going. I know exactly what prophet. For example, I'm gonna give you an example. The news came out yesterday on Elon with the black, when he was in the White House with the Oval Office with the black eye sitting. I saw it, right? We all saw it. I automatically knew before talking to anybody, oh, the Yashawama gonna bring this out tomorrow. What did he do? Next day, brought it out. He brought it out, right? He brought it out. We know the spirit of the prophets. We know who going. We just know, man. The next day, he brought it out. Sometimes we do lessons, and we won't even talk to each other. And the other brother will bring the lesson out, talking about the same thing. Another brother will bring the lesson out, talking about the same thing. We ain't even talk to each other. We got the same precepts in some lessons. We don't even talk. It's the spirit. And the spirit is present right now in his priest to cast down the enchantments that we just read in Isaiah 47. His enchantments ain't going to work. The hearts of many are about to melt, literally, by fire, by destruction, by war. By war. Remember that 9/11 fear that you all had, right? Remember that 9/11 fear, September, 2001. Remember that. Go back to that fear you had and multiply it by 1,000,000. Go back to that fear you had in Lower Manhattan, okay? When them two twin towers hit and split, when all that smoke and soot rose up in Lower Manhattan, when everybody experienced those buildings that burned, right? When you saw these people jumping out of the buildings, they had to make a decision. Burning here alive or jump to my death. Well, you ain't gonna have no choice this time. You ain't gonna have no choice. A fire is coming. So you can jump out of a window if you want to. You can go sit in a cold bath or cold water. You still gonna burn. A burning is coming. Okay? All right? The well-favored harlot The American dream ain't what it is because the world favorite harlot is about to go. It's about to burn. Okay? It said enchantments. All right, with a multitude. What's that in Nahum, right? All right? Okay? Because it said a multitude of thy sorceries. All right? And enchantments. Let's get Nahum 3 and 4, right? Okay? Hey, the prophets all were in concert together. And they saw the same vision of the same prophecy. And they spoke in the same language. Just like I just gave the example of us seeing each other's lessons. Of us speaking the same language. And the book of the prophet Nahum, just like Isaiah and Jeremiah, have this same language. This is Nahum, 3 and 4. It says, because of the multitude of thy whoredoms and the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcrafts. That verse kind of sounds the same as Isaiah 47. Okay? All right? All right? Proving that the earth is filled with violence. And that violence is about to get chastised. Okay? Okay? Right? The bloody city is America. I think the brother posted it on there. Nahum, the 3rd chapter. The bloody city is America, man. This is this place right here. Look at all the blood it's spilled. It's spilling blood right now. Where you average American, you grind, you work 40 plus hours overtime, and you still ain't got enough money to pay your bills. Right? You still ain't even went to a movie yet. All right? You paying bills, eat groceries, and you can't even enjoy the fruits of your labor in this place. I thought it was an American dream. No, it's a goddamn nightmare. It's a nightmare. All right? Which specializes in witchcraft and enchantments. Okay? Right? Sorcery. Like no other, but it doesn't have an ounce of truth. Not an ounce of truth. All right? GMS, y'all, what's up? Hopefully, elect 777. Shalom, shalom, beloved brother. All right? Hey, you had a beautiful lesson I saw last night. Hey, the water for that. This is Ezekiel 24 and 6. Said, wherefore thus saith the Lord, God, woe to the bloody city, to the pot whose scum is therein, and whose scum is not gone out of it. Bring it out piece by piece, that not fall upon it. Yeah, that reminds me of Psalms 109 right there. All right, by piece in the children, man. All right, let not his office stand forever, man. Hey, let a wicked man stand over him. Okay? You see them enchantments that you stand by, you're gonna fall by. Okay? But again, that sorcery is here. Witchcraft is here. But again, there's no truth. There's no truth. All these people have been born to believe a lie. You believe that this place is the place of truth, but it's going to be nothing but a place of ostriches and devils, man. All right, strange creatures coming up out of the earth. Okay, all right, because it's the father of lies. It's the father of devils. Just like the devil that's, and I like Trump, man. I really do. I like the shit he says. I like his swagger. I like his all this shit. Right? I do. But he's a devil. He's a devil. Right? He is put in this place to do the bidding of Satan. Okay? Right? He is there to do what he's supposed to do. They're the father of lies. But we're the mouth of the Lord. We're messengers in these earthen vessels. And we have a message from the Lord. That in America, you have been found. And you have been wanting. Right? You have been wanted and you have been found. And your days are numbered. The days here are numbered. Okay? Jeremiah 27:14. Therefore hearken unto my words of the prophets, and speak unto you, saying, you shall not serve the king of Babylon, for they prophesy a lie unto you. You see that? They prophesy a lie unto you. But you should serve, what is that, Acts, the 5th chapter, where Peter said we ought to obey, not men, but obey Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You see? Right? We're here to obey Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And no other man, no other voice, man. You see? And that's where we at right now. That's where prophecy is leading us to. Okay? The counsel of the Lord is right where it's supposed to be. Right? Again, the brother just posted the bloody city. Okay? Like I said, we're earthen vessels, man, to deliver messages and good tidings of good news. This is the good news. This is the good news. That Babylon is going to end. That his people aren't going to be sleeping on concrete anymore. Y'all, y'all going to, hey man, look, this place, you're going to be in good hands when the government of Yasharallah is back in power. Right? But right now, the great end of this place is near. Then we believe, and it says, it should not prevail. It prevaileth not. Right? It prevaileth not. All right, Isaiah 47 and 12. Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherewith thou hast labored from thy youth. Okay? If so thou be able to profit, if so thou mayest prevail. So now you have to stand now with your enchantments. Elon, the witch that he is. All right, Trump. Now it's time to stand with your enchantments. Stand by your AI. That's an enchantment. Artificial intelligence. These enchantments, right? Deep fake that you have. You can stand by your enchantments. Right? Because all that is there to fake you out. I just did a video a couple days ago. They about to, Project Bluebeam. Those are enchantments. See, all the world is about to be faked out. Y'all all looking for this white man with blue eyes and top ramen, stringy hair. We did a video where he's walking across the water. Even though it was AI, when I went to the comment board, this is what made me do that video. I went to the comment board on that video. Everybody is, yeah, he's coming. Jesus is coming back. The Messiah is coming back. Jesus the Christ is coming. Oh my, they believed it. They all gonna be looking for a lie. That's an enchantment. That's witchcraft. That's sorcery. Everyone's been enchanted by the enchanter, which is a serpent. When you go into that word enchanter, it's a serpent. Right? Again, the same old devil. All right? That's why you got to keep the grass cut low so you can see the snakes in the grass. All right? This serpent, all right? The multitude of thy sorceries. There's nothing but sorceries. That's the wine of America. You see? Right? Just like Goliath punk ass. Right? He was a sorcerer. He was pompous. He was proud. He never thought David would defeat him until that smooth stone hit that nigga on his head, didn't it? Right? And everyone was in awe. Okay? He stood up tall and high like the Tower of Babel, but he fell like Glass Joe and Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. No hand is going to be able to stand against the hand of the Lord. He said vengeance is his. Okay? Right? So, hey, nothing is happening until Shiloh returns, man. But that fire is going to come. And Babylon is going to fall the same way as Glass Joe did, as America is going to fall. Right? Okay? Same way. Yeah, you Americans, you know, you've been found, man. You're bare. Hey, the Lord said you lift up your skirt. And you have been wanting. Right? This man show up with a black eye. Right? High of his goddamn mind. Drug. They say he's a drug addict. He got a pill box. But he's giving us advice. Okay? It's in the Oval Office, man. And these are witches. These are witches. Okay? Pharmakia. Right? So this is why we know this place is wobbling. And it's shaking. Right? Hey, what was that song by Mystical? Wobble, wobble, shake it, shake it. Yeah, it's wobbling, wobbling. And it's shaking, shaking. As soon as it's going to split. It's going to fall. Because it's guilty. It can't prosper. It can't prevail. Okay? We can stay right here in Isaiah 47. We ain't got to go. No, this is... Right? Because the Lord said, we said they're witches, right? Well, does the Lord suffer a witch to live? Hell no. All right, this is Isaiah 47:13. Thou art worried in the multitude. All right, back to the multitude. All right, a multitude of thy sorceries, multitude of enchantments, multitude of witchcrafts. All this is being built up to be destroyed. It's a multitude of these things. It ain't just one. All right, Psalms 83 is a guide to what they've done. This is Isaiah 47:13. Thou art worried in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now your astrologers, Elon Musk, your stargazers and monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Right, the multitude of his counsels. Again, the AI. So when he's opening up portals, right? They open up portals. He has CERN. Okay, and this is talking about. There's the astrologers, the stargazers, his DARPA. Okay, his DARPA, his drones, his technology that sits up in the sky, in the heavens. This is what John the Revelator saw. All right, them satellites. Okay, sitting in the temple. That's why, so he can monitor, trace, track. All that is about to be destroyed, man. Okay, all his surveillance. Okay, for set up his new world order. Okay, but now they're gonna put it ain't surveillance. They're just gonna be in the sky. They got Starlink, which is his Skynet. Okay, they got these things set up so that Starlink can connect to that chip in your hand. Surveillance in the skin. It's gonna connect to Starlink, and through the Spirit. And this is through the Spirit. I don't know this, but I said this in my lesson that if you have that device in your hand, and you have these technology, these witchcraft, and all this that Esau has. He can make you see something come out of the sky, because you don't have you got something that's altered in you. So they may be able to, with a neural link, you may be seeing shit that ain't there. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai can give Esau the power to make you see the white Jesus coming out of the sky, right? The Edomite coming out of the sky, and everybody's praising it. I don't know this for sure. I'm just saying this. The Lord can make that happen. And that and all that believe the lie, then that's they're going to be looking for that. And I was just through the spirit. I'm like, man, damn. If they got this technology in their hand, they can be programmed to see anything. Artificial intelligence is they spent billions of dollars on this stuff, man. Why? To confuse. It's this Tower of Babel. Okay? Okay? It's stargazers, the Starlink. We saw that in Terminator. Right? It's all here. It's all here. Okay? The SpaceX. It's all here. And this dude has been launching so-called missiles up into and it ain't coming back. Anybody cracking the glass firmament, man? See, we understand what's really going on. It says his devices in Proverbs, his devices would fail. And he's failing. Okay? Right? Job saw this. It said his devices is going to fail. Okay? It's going to fail. This is Job 5:12. He disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. They're not going to be able to perform and get off everything he wants to get off. Right when he's about to fill his belly, the Lord's going to strike him down, man. All right? And that's going to come to America. Right? It says he taketh the wise in his own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. See, the counsel of the forward is the same as the secret counsel of the wicked that David said, hide us from. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Boy, these people are back. And they're here to do mischief. Okay? All right? When David said that in Psalm 64, this is what he was talking about. These same devils, these same Edomites, these same Temanites that go gather up in Davos. All right, the WH to the Izzos, right? That make laws and make to justify their wickedness, right? To pour out cups of deception and pass it around America and beyond for you people to drink. Well, now he's back with a God of technology. All right, a God of wickedness. Where the Lord said, go seek your gods and see if they can help you. All right, his AI gods here his AI governments to track us. All right, hey, we gonna be the ones, Lord willing, to have a spirit on us to deny anything that's brought out here. Because you may think that you were the elect, and you may have been doing this work the whole time, and you was a 2/3 deceived as a prophet. That can happen. And the Lord put a spirit on any of us to go take that chip. If you wasn't his from the foundation of the earth, if you wasn't his, you just was doing the work in vain. Right? Men like Ben Loya. I ain't gotta say his first name. Y'all know who he is. If you go, that dude is gone right now. Finished. But he was leading thousands of men. Right? So all the draconian laws that's been set, the AI governments, it's all going to burn here in America. It's all going to burn here in Babylon the Great. It's all going to be set on fire. And we're here to let you know that artificial intelligence Tower of Babel ain't going to succeed. They putting billions into this shit and they ain't going to succeed. It's what is it called? They got a interface, a computer that super grok that can tell them all things. So they're going to their enchanters, and they're going to their divinators, and they're going to lose. All right, you got people who've come to my comment boards, like Christians, and said that they went and saw a psychic, and the psychic said America was gonna end. So they going to psychics now, man. Lining up. That's lining up exactly what we're going into. All right, and they seeking these witches, man. You know, they seeking the witches, and they ain't got the answers. You know. So, matter of fact, let's get this. Hold on, Salakia. I always got to come back to the comment board. All right, my brothers. Yep, see? Precious tokens of the liars. That's a good one. Isaiah 44. Yep, that's a good one. Revelation 18:10, standing far off, a fear of her torment, saying, Alas, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city, for 1 hour is thy judgment come. You see, it's going to be 1 hour. All right? GMS Yahweh Stop, hopeful elect, Psalms 21:1. For they intended evil against thee. They imagine a mischievous device which they are not able to perform. They're not going to be able to perform these devices. The water box, the water brothers, right? They're not going to be able to perform it. All right? The water for the precepts, man. Hey, because they keep these lessons going. Y'all precepts give me a precept to go into another one. You see? So, hey, this is the body of Yahweh Shai working together. All right? As a functioning body to bring this place to an end. All right? You got brothers in different parts of the country, all of us on one live feed, having church in the same mindset. We all want this place to fall. Otherwise, people would coming on here right now saying, brother, no, brother. We want America to stay. Please don't preach against America to fall. No, fuck that. Excuse my... No, we all want this place to go, man. All right, we want this place to go. The wine of this place has to be cut off. All right, just like the food ports are being closed off right now when no food is being delivered. And the prices of your food is sky high. We want this place to be cut off like that. All right, what did you just post? All right, Salakia. Hold on. I just read it. Standing far off, the fear of the torment, saying, Alas. This is Spiritual Arc 144K. The great city, Babylon the Great. Okay. America, the great city, the mighty city for 1 hour. Hold on. Let's get Revelation. Okay. Because he's able to cut off ports. Okay. Planes crashing. Trains crashing. All right. This is Revelation 12:7. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found in any more in heaven. All right. So, again, ask a Christian to break that down. What does this mean? There's gonna be dragons in heaven fighting? Is it going to be a red fire breathing dragon? All right, in the heavens, all right, and he gonna fight against the Lord? No, man, this is World War III. This is war and this is what Michael saw. I mean, John saw. He saw when you describe, all right, even in Isaiah, even Jeremiah 50. When you describe these weapons, Revelation, when you describe what they look like, you know it was talking about World War I. When he said the third woe is cometh quickly, right? He described The faces, they're like lions and, crowns on them. And the fire on the back of them, you saw blue Sarinth and the fire. It was talking about missile and warheads, man. The dragon prevailed not. Okay? And the nation of Edom, okay, who's joined, okay, joined with all other nations to develop a power structure. Now it's being conquered. These nations are coming against you. All right, to conquer you, to divide. See, because you use deception and $10 words to build and destroy with your wine. But now these nations are coming against America. They don't want to join you anymore. NATO was formed to go against the USSR and Russia so we can stop building, right? Well, it's backfired. It's backfired. That spirit is upon Russia now. NATO and the BRICS, that power is losing. You see? Okay? So America can't be made great again. Not at all. Not at all. Okay? And the dragon was wroth. Revelation 12:9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So the dragon was released out of the pit to make war with the saints. Okay? War. War is inevitable. War is coming. War is what we've been preaching for the last hour. It's some change. War. Okay? All right, this is what we've been going into. And the evil of this place is coming to an end. All right, righteousness is being set forth. Judgment is coming on this place. A written judgment is set. Fire is going to be sent that no man can quench. Okay? All right, chariots is going to black out the sky, man. Just as well as warheads is going to black out the sky. This is going to be a time like never before. No one's prepared and ready, but the hopeful elect, right? And we're not even ready for what's coming. We prophesy in part. We're not really ready for this. We ain't never seen nothing like this, but we ain't gonna walk by sight. We're walking by faith. So when it does happen, we're gonna what else you gonna do but pray to the Lord, man? Oh Lord, please. Yeah, how about you, man? The first thing brothers is gonna do is drop to the knees, man, and go to the Lord, man. All right, or if you're running in a situation, because we're gonna be like pilgrims anyway. You're trying to get out of it, praying to the Lord at all times. We don't know, but we know God for damn well. These people ain't ready. The Spirit hasn't come upon them. They have no clue. They don't know. Right? Okay. So, what is a $175 billion dome gonna do to something that's prophesied to destroy this place? Right? Okay. So that golden $175 golden dome that he has to keep his bootleg golden era going, it's going to fail. We just read it. It's going to fail. Right? What I say earlier about the king of Babylon, okay, who was that? Right? I said it was in Isaiah 14. Okay? Right? Isaiah 14:4. Right? Brothers have brought out in this lesson. We showed you who the golden city was. We showed you in Nahum, the book of Nahum, all right, the bloody city. Right? And now this man is telling us he has a golden era. He has a golden dome. And the scriptures is lined up with that. All right? Isaiah 14:4. Thou shalt take up a proverb against the king of Babylon. Okay? The king of Babylon in Isaiah 14 goes into Lucifer. Okay? And say, how has the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased. The golden city ceased. So this is the golden city, America. No, let's not be confused. His golden city and his golden era is all going to fall. Okay? The golden city is prophesied to cease, which means, what's cease mean? Death, discontinue, fall, not alive. It ceased from being a place of buying and selling. No more traffic in this place. Only traffic's gonna be here is the King's Road, man. Where New Jerusalem is set, right? Where we're gonna take the land of Edom and occupy that. All you other nations, when everything is set and put back in order, aren't gonna be able to go back into their lands. But they're gonna pay tribute to the Israelites. All right, but Edom, you ain't gonna be able. It ain't gonna be. What is Deacon talking about, man? What is Nate talking about? The scriptures say you ain't gonna be able to go. They're not gonna have a land to go back into, which means we're gonna take it and occupy it and do what we do with it. Right? You know, right? This place is America is gonna be. It's gonna be a place of closure. Finished. This is going to be the lake of fire. After what we're talking about happens, after all them 200 warheads hit this place, this is going to be the lake of fire. What are y'all talking about? It's going to cause a lake of fire. All the oil and minerals and precious minerals and gasoline and structures, that's going to cause a waste of fuel and fire to burn. All the fossil fuels, thousands of feet up, it's going to cause it to burn. And burn. And burn. Shit, Usher can tell you. Let it burn. Just let it burn, let it burn, let it burn. Okay? And we just getting a taste of it right now. Just by reading. The pages is on fire. The page is on fire. Yeah, Isaiah 13 and 20. It shall never be inhabited. Neither should be dwelt in. Spiritual Ark 144K. Neither shall be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent. Neither shall be a shepherd. Shall the shepherds make their folds there? You see that? That's the description of how it's going to be. That's the description of the death and destruction and just the destruction in itself of America. You know, just that right there. Let's get this. Let's get this right here. All right? Because the golden city is about to cease. All right? The scales of America is wanted. The interpretation is written in many books. Okay, what did y'all, Matthew 24 was posted earlier. All right? Wars, rumors of wars. Okay? Right? These are the interpretations of end times, of the eschatology. Okay, let me get Isaiah 47. Okay, because devastation is coming, man. This is what we want to hear. Isaiah 47 and 14. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them, and they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall be not be a coal to warm it, nor a fire to sit before it. Okay? That's a fire right there. Okay? It says the fire shall burn them, and they shall not deliver themselves. What's that talking about, Alazar? Right? Fire. The fire, man. Okay? Isaiah, Isaiah, right here. Okay, he's saying, they're gonna burn it. They're gonna burn, which means burn to death. So Isaiah is saying, a fire shall burn them. Zechariah said they should be burned. Wait. Let me just get it. All right, because Zechariah said that their eye socket shall burn. So one prophet is telling you that their flesh is gonna burn, and another prophet is saying one prophet is saying that they're gonna burn, and the other one's saying their flesh will burn. Hold on, I got a lot of scriptures going through my head, Salakia. You know, trying to pull these precepts together and make it all make sense, because what we're breaking down is a day of humility, man. Everybody's gonna be humbled. What we're breaking down is a day of a great humbling. All right, okay. It's gonna be a great day of silence after the noise of the fowler. Okay, so I'm trying to grab precept upon precept and make your precepts make it all tie in together. So Isaiah said they're gonna burn, and Zechariah said that their eyes is gonna burn out of their goddamn sockets, man. Right? This is Zechariah 14. Okay, in 12 it says, and this shall be the plague where the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. Their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouths. Break that down, Christian church. You see how the prophets are together? They're all together talking about this war and people being burned. There's no day compared to the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. It's like a day never before. There's nothing compared to what's coming. Real quick, let's get Amos 5:18. Okay? Real quick, watch this. There's no day like the day of the Lord. This is Amos 5:18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord, to what it is for you. For the day of the Lord is darkness and not light, right? It's going to be darkness and not light, right? So the wisdom from the nations is going to be taken away. The clouds are going to be darkened from the soot from the bombs and the ICBMs and the chariots mixed in, and it's going to be a day like never before, man. Right? Yahweh Shai, in his chariot, putting angels in their chariots, blasting and laser. It's going to be crazy out here. But this is what the Bible is talking about, right? Y'all expecting a alien attack. No, it's going to be an attack. It's going to be an invasion. Everything is tied down together. The Valley of Jehoshaphat, the fall of America, the elect being taken up, World War III, the Charagma on the scene. All these things is the end times. It's the end times. A day of the Lord is coming. An attack, a storm. Okay, warheads. Warheads. You may see one missile and then the warhead split. It's 20, 30 warheads to hit all these different places. Well, the Lord designed it to be this way. Okay? So that blackout is coming. And it's going to be bad, man. You're going to hear babies screaming, right? You're going to smell the flesh of people burning. You're going to see the flesh of people burning. And that's going to be something, man, to smell the flesh of hundreds of people, thousands of people. To smell it, to hear it crackle. These are the things we think about when you put yourself in these scriptures. Right? The prophet Isaiah said the city of confusion shall be broken down. This is Isaiah 24:3. The land that's why I wear glasses, because I can't see. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord has spoken this word. The city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. Okay? The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. And that's going to come by war. That's going to come by bombs. That's going to come by missiles. That's going to come by the chariots. That's going to come by the destruction hitting America. Okay? Hitting this place. The earth is going to be utterly broken down. Right? It says it's going to reel to and fro. Now, that's America, because the scriptures say the earth abideth forever. So all of the earth ain't going to be destroyed. The lake of fire is America, and that's going to be destroyed. And this is what we've been preaching. You see, you built a house and you planted a house that wasn't yours. All right? Now that the fire in the house is coming, and the Lord's coming to clean house. The Yahweh Shai is going to come and do this. Okay? All right? It says again, the earth is moved exceedingly. There's only one thing that's going to cause that. These 100,000-pound missiles hitting the earth. Hitting the earth. See? Right? And you all think it's people out here, you know how they do the little heart emoji and the little hearts. You all think it's loves and hearts and you know, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift out here, man. Hearts and hugs and look at the Swifties. Right? You all think it was all good a week ago until it's not going to be good. You see? Right? But you all been going to be proven wrong in your beliefs. Yahweh is a man of war. And war is prophesied to hit America. It's going to come by fire and nuclear destruction. Right? He's the author of every war that's taken place. All right? Again, your civil wars, your Gulf wars, your French-American wars, you know, your revolution, all these wars. He's the author of all of them. He just uses the Edomite because that's his sword. Well, didn't he say you're going to die by the sword because you've lived by it? Right? Those who you've killed by the sword, you got to die by it. And that sword is going to be a glimmering sword, flying swords. Right? It's not Trump who's giving the command. It's the Most High Yahweh who's giving this command. This Bible has all these dark sayings. It has all these prophecies. It has the understanding of the end of the times. right? Michael Jackson can't tell you the end of the times, but the scriptures can tell us what the end of the times is about. You see? And this is what the Spirit is dealing with. Yahweh commands all things. He gets the glory. He's the one that's sitting in the temple and is sitting with Yahweh Shai on his right hand, man. And Yahweh Shai is doing all the right hand work. I think in the book of Jeremiah, it says, I think it's in the letter, there's a scripture in the book of Jeremiah that says the Lord commandeth the clouds. He commands the lightning that strikes down. He commands, he puts hold on, let me get it. The Lord gets this credit, not you damn devils. Okay, letter Jeremiah, hold on. That's not it. Yep, here we go. Letter of Jeremiah. Okay, 1:62. It says, and when Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai commandeth the clouds to go over the whole world, they do as they are bidden. Okay? They do as they are bidden. So they follow his command. It says, and the fire sent from above to consume the hills, okay, in the woods. All right, when you read that word hills, all right, in mountains, that's talking about men and government and power seats. All right, the Lord is going to destroy that destroying mountain, Esau. All right, the mount of Esau. Okay, his government, his politics, his his wine, that destroying mountain that he's gotten the world drunk with. So hills and mountains are synonymous with men and power and governments. Okay, just like power is synonymous with horsepower. All right, these missiles are going to have power in them. All right, okay, but it's going to be by the Lord's command, right? And it says, in the hills, in the woods, doeth as it is commanded, but these are like unto them, neither the shoe nor power. So I said, a fire is sent from above, right? Okay, this fire is sent from above. It's from the Lord. It ain't gonna be from no Starlink. It ain't gonna be from no America, no Russia, no. The Lord's gonna use them to shoot from one side and hit the other. It's a circumference, a design that is designed to go up and come right back down on its target. All right, and these drones that the Pentagon and the government just can't give you an answer about. That was flying all over New Jersey. It's flying all over Hawaii. It's flying there. We see them. You still don't have an answer for them. Well, that's going to be your demise, these chariots. Those are the chariots of fire of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that Ezekiel, the first chapter, speaks about. You see? So a fire is being sent above. So the Lord causes conflicts. He causes wars. He's going to send that fire from above. He sets up kings and sets them right back down on the ground. He sets up kingdoms and brings them right back on the ground, right? Just to destroy them. So when all hell breaks loose right now, Yahweh gets the glory. And we're giving him the glory right now by telling you it's going to be by his hand that you're going to fall. And the Lord can make wars cease. Let's get that. So the Lord can begin a war, and he can make a war end. He gets the power. Let's get that. And Psalms 46. Yep. Psalms 46 and 9. He maketh wars to cease unto the end of the earth. He breaketh the bow. Okay? It says he breaketh the bow. All right? And it says who can stop All right, the archer has been sent from the bow. Who's able to do that? No man, but the Lord can. You see that? The Lord can do it, and He will. He can't do anything because it's His movie. This is His movie. All right, and it says, He breaketh the bow, He cutteth the spear in sunder, He burneth the chariot in the fire. The Lord's going to be the one that does it, man. And this last time, this final hour, He's going to get the glory. Right? He's going to get the glory. When this feeble flesh is fought against a metaphysical spirit. Yahweh Shai said he ain't going to meet you as a man. Okay? Right? He said he ain't going to meet you as a man. But he was going to break asunder, okay, the kings of the earth. Right? And that's what we expected. Okay? The kings of the earth to taste death. It's windy out here, man. Hot and windy. Daniel, hold on. Okay, let's get Daniel. Because there's a valley, there's a fight coming to the valley of Mashapatya, man. Okay? And Yahweh Shai is going to be an authoritative God body to take down the so-called white man. Right before his climax of dominance. I'm looking for the scripture in Daniel 7. Okay? Because he's about to fill his belly, man. Okay? When we fill his belly, Yahweh Shai said he's going to cast him down in great fury. So Babylon has to fall. This is Daniel 7 and 11. Beheld, and I beheld them because of the voice of the great words which that horn spake. You see, so we're talking about that horn who spoke great speaking words against the Most High, okay, and his elect. It says, and I beheld even till the beast was slain and his body destroyed and given the burning flame. And that's fire right there, because it says given to the burning flame. Okay, it's burning flame. All right, off the top. Okay, what book in this Bible? Okay, I'm gonna ask the brothers on here. What book in this Bible? Okay, speaks about a body of a burning flame, and it's an eagle. Right? All the brothers ask your brothers on there, man. What's that? What book is that speaks about a body that's gonna burn up, and it had a symbol, and it looked like an eagle? Okay? I'm gonna get it while y'all getting it, if y'all can get it. Because Esdras, okay, he prophesied about it, and I just gave you the clue. All right, but, you know, he gave us a spiritual description in a dark saying of an eagle that burned with fire. And he said he saw a hub of wickedness. Hold on, got it right here. He saw a hub of wickedness, okay, of deception of devils that was burned with fire that no man could quench, by the way of ICBM warheads hitting that place. All right? That fig of the daughter of Chaldeans. See if a brother posted it. Let me see. Oh, declare the end from the beginning. Said word before the day. I'll read this before I grab it. U.S. Air Force personnel, UFOs, deactivated nukes, September 28th, 2010. Whatever the mysterious lights in the sky were, they seemed to have interest in our nukes. Yeah, because they, hey, the water, brother, you see, researching. We've actually seen videos of the chariots disband the nukes. Right? Nukes are flying, and the chariot to come and take off the warhead of the nuke. We've seen it. I've seen it with my own eyes. All right, and that's the daughter of Babylon. All right, the daughter of Chaldeans. Okay, hey, it's gonna that the Lord is not gonna intervene this time. He's gonna allow those ICBMs to hit. So the scripture that I was talking about, where the body of this eagle was going to be burned, Ezra saw it in Ezra the 12th chapter. Okay, this is Ezra 12:3. It says, and I saw, and behold, there appeared no more, and the whole body of the eagle was burnt. So the earth was in a great fear. Then awakened I out of the trouble and trance of my mind, showing you this was a vision that he saw that was going to come to pass. He was in a trance, right? The Lord put his men in trances and allowed them to see the vision that they was waking up in cold sweats. All right, it was troubling them, the prophets. All right, they know is this going to happen? Esdras saw these visions. He was asking the angel, man, is this going to happen? Woe to them, okay, of the earth. Okay, are they going to go through this? He was asking all these questions. Okay, and it says, then awaked I out of the trouble of the trance of my mind, and from great fear, and said unto my spirit, right? So he was in great fear, right? Because he saw this eagle being burnt. And this eagle is what? The mother of all harlots. The eagle, the prideful eagle of America. Your own symbol. Every Edomite kingdom going back to the Assyrian, to the Babylonian, right? What's it? To the Greco-Roman Empire, okay, right? To this empire, right? Babylon, to this empire. It's always been the eagle. Your American flag is the eagle. Great Babylon, it was the eagle. All right, so that eagle is your mascot, if you will. And that eagle is how you're going to fall. You see? The pride of that eagle that flies. It's going to fall the same way. This is major prophecy being played out. You see? Right? So it's not, everyone is saying, you know, it's this, it's that, not having an understanding. It's America. It's America. America's in bed with all these other nations, okay, to push that MOTB on you, man. And when the Lord said, it's going to be a widow in 1 hour. Okay, so the mother of all harlots is not the Vatican. Okay, it's not the financial district in London. It's not Washington D.C. in the military. All right, those are the three unclean frogs. It's Babylon the Great. It's Babylon the Great. Right? Same place where the kings of the earth are going to say, hide us from the mountains of the Most High, from the Most High Son. They know Yahweh Shai is coming back. Okay? And Ezra saw that eagle on fire. Okay? Jeremiah said the mountains of the governments were going to burn. Zechariah said their eyes and their eye holes are going to fall out and burn. So it's going to be a burning coming. Okay? A burning. Not like your KKK burning churches, burning crosses. No, all that's going to be burnt up. Okay? So confusion, the Lord is sending a missile of confusion to the land of confusion. Okay? To the land of confusion. Judgment is going to be, America has to be judged for all the judgments of wickedness that is produced. And I got that destroying mountain of Esau since I quoted it in Jeremiah 51 and 25. Since we quoted it, Jeremiah 51:25. Behold, I'm against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroyeth all the earth, and I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and I will roll thee down from the rocks, and I will make thee a burnt mountain. Okay, so there's going to be a burnt mountain, the burnt eagle, the burnt body, the burnt mountain. This is all dark sayings, okay, of America dying by falling by nuclear destruction. And we didn't know this before. Now we know this through supping with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We wanted America to stay up. We wanted our children to see them as grandparents when we was little, and we wanted to see, when we was not in this truth, we wanted to see our kids grow up, us be grandparents, and our mind state has changed to end of the world, to this conflict to kick off, to war that's about to hit, okay, for this destroying mountain to be destroyed, for Esau to be taken out of power, for Yahweh Shai to come in, okay, and take his crowns. Because America, if you've kicked up dust for years, you've deceived the nations for years. Well, now it's time for dust to get kicked up on your land. And them missiles coming, hitting this place, is going to cause dust, calamity, confusion, destruction, death, all that. It's coming right here. Okay? All right? You've used your blessing as a sword to rule by unrighteousness and unrighteousness decrees. It says he's taken the land by violence and built a place of violence and blood that wasn't his. So America and this devil is designed to be defeated. You were built up like a Tower of Babel to be defeated and destroyed and come down. Everything repeats itself. There's nothing new up under the sun. All right, and then the Lord allowed you, just like the Manhattan Project, he allowed you to build the waster to destroy yourself. And now all these nations is gathering that same technology, that same, let's get this, okay? Let's just, and I'm gonna close soon, but this is fun for me. This is fun. This is beautiful for me. I hope you brothers and, Afqua are being comforted. All right, being comforted by the words of Yahweh Bashin Yahushai that aren't ours, but it's the words of truth. They're speaking of an end time where this place ends and we come into power. Isaiah 24, okay, again says the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof. What's transgression? Huh? What's transgression? Right, you know what it is. It's sin. Right? So the sins of America reach the heavens. Sins have reached the heavens of Babylon the Great. So judgment has to come. Right? The transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. So it's going to fall and not rise again. Deacon Akah and his Genesis is saying, or Bishop Nate, all right, what did you say that says the white man's going to rise again? After 1,000 years, he's going to rise again. What kind of bag y'all got that heavy? Okay, what kind of bag can be that heavy? What's the scripture? What can profit a man that he can gain the whole world and lose his soul? You've gained notoriety. You've gained followers and gained mostly women, the IUI Sisney, right? Mostly women and a bunch of men who are followers, right? Okay? And they're being misled. They're being misled. So this is about the true followers of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua that are speaking about warfare. That are not trying to who are prepared to discontinue from this place. Okay? It says she should not rise again. America's on life support. She should not rise again because the transgression shall be heavy upon it. It's heavy. It's heavy. So these talks of war and wrath, we're gonna wait and see until the least of the flock draw them out. Now it's time to watch the prophecies fall out. Because Israel's been a target. You got Yemen, all these major players, Yemen, Turkey, Russia, and they're all gonna side with Russia. All right, Moab, they buying up all these countries in Africa right now. Okay, Iran, Iran is trying to get uranium, and America is trying to stop Iran to gain uranium so they can build these, so they can have ICBMs, nuclear compatibility. Okay, tongue twisting, because they don't have it right now. They're about 96%, but they're going to have the capability, okay, pretty soon to build these. But America has these sanctions, all right, has these councils going against Iran because they know because they know they're against their home base, Israel. All this is coming out right now in Ezekiel 38. Okay? And the Lord said He's gonna do what? He's gonna punish punish all the high ones that are on high. It's starting with this warfare. It started with this war. Isaiah 24 and 21. There shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners, all together in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and shall be, and in many days shall be visited. Yeah, the elite bankers' families of the earth are going to be gathered together in a pit. Go on, precept. Let's go grab another one. Okay, all the families of the earth who never thought they're going to serve, you're going to pay tribute. You'll be gathered together. All right, you thought you was going to have great wealth and great power and have absolute power over power forever. But the Lord is sending the power to take your power. All through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, you have acquired all this that you have taken and you have built just to vomit it all right back up. And then have the elect beat you with golden rods of iron, right? Psalms what's that? Psalm 150. They beat their plowshares, right? Sing aloud in your beds. Psalms 149. All right, sing aloud in your beds. You crack the heathen, the kings of the earth. It's about to happen, but it's by being, it's happening by the prophecies of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. It's going to take 1,000 years of correction, a whole 1,000 years of correction. Rods of iron being beaten to the kings of the earth. You're going to be nursing our daughters. They're going to be matter of fact, let's get this, because the substance of their Renaissance era, all right, their golden era, that was all by design, right? Everybody had their time to rule. Every kingdom had their time to rule. But through 1,000 years, it's only a fraction of the time. We're not going to be taken out of power like Alazar or Bishop Nate said, because we're going to rule forever. America, the kingdom of heaven is a forever kingdom. It's forever. You see? So we're at the point of justice, of a coming of judgment, to where we get to rule forever. Right? And the Lord ain't going to heal Babylon. It's Jeremiah 51:9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go every one in his own country, for her judgment reaches unto the heaven, reaches up to the heaven, and is lifted up into the skies. You see that? So that judgment, it's time for that judgment. It's time for the harlot to be judged. You see? It's time for the harlot to catch that judgment. And this is what we've been going into for what? For 2 hours and some now? Hey, it gotta be the Most High to let men just teach and just talk for 2 hours, 3 hours sometimes about the Lord, man. Ain't taking no water breaks. We can just stand up here for hours and talk about the Lord. That got to be the spirit. That has to be a spirit. You get this, and because it said it would not rise again a second time. All right, and matter of fact, the scriptures say affliction should not rise a second time. All right, Daniel 2:44 says the kingdom. Okay, the saints is gonna take the kingdom. Right? Hey, the destruction of Babylon is gonna usher this in. Okay, the kingdom won't be left to other people. That's gonna usher this in. Okay? So Yahweh Shai is about to come and take crowns from all these kingdoms and all these kings. This is what we're waiting for, brothers. You know? It was all constructed to fall. You know? But we get to live again. We get to have a heavenly state. They don't. Right? So when America falls and burns, we get to live again. All right? And it says the just shall live by faith. The faith of the saints is going to live forever. Right? We're going to live forever. We get the glory, the covenants, all that, the giving of the law. That's going to be put in us, in our bodies. That's going to be put in us. Right? So when Yahweh Shai came back from raising from the dead, he said, I ain't going to meet you as a man. They saw him in his glorious state. All right? So after World War III, you know, this is what we're looking forward to. All right? Yahweh Shai to sit at the Lord's table, to drink and sit with him. All right? To crack jokes with Yahweh Shai about how Esau thought he was ruling. Okay? About, you know, just stuff. He's gonna take this whip, the scepter from the rulers, and he's gonna magnify us. So Edom is gonna be taken out of power, and the domination is coming to Yasharallah. It's all coming to that. Right? In the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter, it says dominion shall be given to the saints. That's after all this war is about to hit. We're gonna get dominion. Okay, Daniel 7:14, and there was given unto him dominion and glory and kingdom, and a kingdom that all people, nations, and languages shall serve him. His dominion is an everlasting dominion. Y'all heard that? It's not going to stop. It's an everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom which shall not be destroyed. Okay? Right? It shall not be destroyed. And the nations are actually going to say, let us come up to to the mountain of Israel, the mountain of Yasharallah, and teach us your ways in the book of Isaiah, man. They're gonna be wanting to be taught our ways. Right? This is what it's coming down to. So Bishop, you tripping. Bishop Nate, you tripping. Okay? Micah 4 says the same thing. Right? Let us come up to the mountain of Yasharallah, that mountain, that government, and teach us your ways. So they're going to want to be taught, and they're going to pay tribute. And as we just read in Daniel 7:14, we're going to have dominion. We're going to have glory. Okay? And they're going to serve an everlasting dominion of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Right? Go down to verse 14. Verse 27, Salakia. Hold on. Verse 27. Okay? And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of kingdoms under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom. And see again, everlasting kingdom. Okay? And all dominions shall serve and obey him. So all kingdoms, all dominions are going to serve and obey the Most High, Yahweh Shai, King David, the 144,000 judges, who's going to put everything back to perspective in the garden. And they also going to serve all the elect, man. You see? So Putin, the kings of the earth, the Edomites, the Ammonites, all nations are going to serve. They're going to serve. Right? The Bible goes into this. We're going to have dominion over all. Not some, not few, but all. When the Lord crowns us and gives us white garments of clemency, right? Because Trump right now is giving clemency to certain rappers and this and that. I'm going to do a lesson on the Lord's will. We're going to get clemency from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We're going to have a white stone, okay, which represents clemency. A white garment internally, which represents purity, not being charged. Blameless, man. Okay? All right? Blameless. Those men are going to have dominion over all the new Jerusalem that's going to be set, that's going to come down from heaven. All right? As heaven is in heaven, it's going to be right here on earth. And this is what we've been speaking about, a new Jerusalem coming into play when the wicked is going to come out of power. So I said enough. Losing my voice is gone. All right? Give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakakadash, and double honors, the apostles and elders, like-minded brothers. All right? And you, Aquath. All right? Shalom. Mr. Brother Azan Ha Ahmath. All right? Yeah, so beautiful woman of Yahweh. You can make that make that shalom, beloved. But that you have right there, your pa, you can make that SHAL, shall of Yahweh with an H, and then that name you have is all the way Hebrew. You'll have a full Hebrew name, okay? Yapa Ayasha, which means woman of Yahweh. So of was SHAL, shall of Yahweh with an H. All right. So with that, brothers, we all honor and glory Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, like I said, and shalom to the Aqua. Shalom.